Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lalita Raman-Wilms, and it's a pleasure to serve as the Dean of the College of Pharmacy. Thank you to everyone for attending the white coat ceremony for our Year 1 pharmacy students. I do want to let you know that this event is being recorded, so may I please ask you to turn your cameras on and your microphones muted unless you're speaking. And at this time, I would say that if you're able to, please join me by standing up for O Canada. And you may also want to turn on your gallery view. Thank you, and please take your seats. I'd like to start a formal program by acknowledging our traditional territories. The University of Manitoba campuses are located on the original lands of Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories. We acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. Today, I have the distinct pleasure to serve as Master of Ceremonies for this special event, the Class of 2024's White Coat Ceremony. These are unusual times as we celebrate this important event virtually. I'm grateful that we're all able to connect in this way and mark this important milestone for our students. I want to start by welcoming our Year 1 PharmD students, the Class of 2024. It's so great to see all of you today, as well as your parents and family members, distinguished guests from the university and the pharmacy profession, as well as friends of our college. Specifically, Ms. Susan Lessard-Friesen, Registrar of the College of Pharmacists of Manitoba, Rani Chatterjee Mehta, Deputy Registrar, Ms. Wendy Clark, President of CPHM, Mr. William Emer, a longtime friend of the college, and Mr. Ron Goose, also a friend of the college, and who I will introduce in more detail later in the program. Other special guests include Ms. Pawandeep Sidhu, President of Pharmacists Manitoba, Ms. Nicole Hagar, President of the Manitoba branch of the Canadian Society of Hospital Pharmacists, and many other guests who have joined us today. Welcome also to our faculty, our professors, and our staff at the college. To our Year 1 students, Class of 2024, a most sincere and warm welcome. You're a special class to us, as you started your academic journey with us in September in the middle of a pandemic. It's been unusual for all of you, as well as for everyone at the college. We will continue to work closely with you during this virtual phase of your program, and hopefully move to a more face-to-face format once it becomes safer as you pursue your Doctor of Pharmacy degree with us over the next 4 years. We are truly privileged to have you join our college and the larger pharmacy community. As students in the Class of 2024, you've been admitted into the first year of a rigorous curriculum, and we're confident that it will prepare you well to embrace the vital role that each of you will play as future pharmacists in helping patients. By entering the pharmacy program here at the University of Manitoba, you've joined a valuable health profession that has a significant impact on the health of Manitoba's citizens. Today, through the formal donning of your white coat, you will embark on your career path within the pharmacy profession. You are now a part of a highly regarded health science faculty of the university and a leading edge pharmacy school in Canada. And in joining us, you've also accepted the responsibility that comes with it. In particular, you've agreed that your conduct will, amongst other attributes, exemplify professionalism and be characterized by honesty, integrity, dependability, collegiality, and your willingness to serve the public. We look forward to working with you through the next 4 years of your educational journey. Just think, in just over 3.5 years from now, you'll be sitting with your peers next to you, ready for convocation. And by then, you'll have established friendships that will last a lifetime. You will also have completed a rigorous program of study as you graduate, as only the second class in Manitoba with a Doctor of Pharmacy. Upon graduation, following all the requirements set out by the College of Pharmacists of Manitoba and success in the National Pharmacy Examinations, you'll be eligible for licensure as a pharmacist in this province. As a pharmacist and a professional, you will take a special and unique place in our society. The future role and all that it entails will be a compass as you navigate through the next several years of your education here. Pharmacists, as an integral member of healthcare teams, work collaboratively with other healthcare providers to deliver care to patients and to improve the overall health of our citizens. The Rady Faculty of Health Sciences that supports our college fosters an interprofessional learning environment, enabling all of you as students to the valuable opportunity to learn from and with the other health science students. This will prepare you well for an ever-changing healthcare environment and to meet the future needs of Manitobans. In order to build a solid academic foundation for future professional practice, the College of Pharmacy will challenge you to maintain high academic standards, especially with the new enhanced curriculum, and to take responsibility for your learning, to uphold ethics and professionalism, and to care for your peers, your mentors, and those around you. During the ceremony today, you will don a white coat. In our pharmacy tradition, the white coat is a symbol of dedication to responsibility, inspiration for excellence, and a professional designation. At this very beginning of your pharmacy learning journey, it is important for us to instill the fundamental elements of the pharmacy profession and to realize the responsibilities and duties that are associated with learning and serving the public. We believe that today is an important milestone in your growth as a professional. And we want to emphasize that the College of Pharmacy will stand alongside you in the coming years to educate, to support, and to prepare you to become a responsible, confident, and caring healthcare provider. Today, we'll formalize your affiliation with the pharmacy profession through a symbolic white coat ceremony. The context for this induction to the profession will be set through our speakers. Our first speaker is Ms. Wendy Clark, President of the College of Pharmacists of Manitoba. The College of Pharmacists of Manitoba, or CPHM, is a pharmacy regulatory and licensing authority in the province. As you start your pharmacy education, you will become a student member of the College of Pharmacists. I would now like to invite Wendy to address our students and welcome them into the pharmacy profession. Wendy, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Dean Raman Wilms, faculty, honored guests, the College of Pharmacy, you, the students, and your family and friends. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today at such an important occasion. The College of Pharmacists was established in 1878 and is the regulatory and licensing authority for pharmacy practice in the province. As a pharmacy student, you're already registered with the college. In your final year of the undergraduate program, your registration with the college will be moved to that of an intern until such time that you graduate and may register and license as a practicing pharmacist. Along the way in your undergraduate program, college staff will be involved to provide instruction on jurisprudence and pharmacy law, including issues and advances in contemporary pharmacy practice. I'd like to start by sharing a little history of the white coat ceremony and its significance. The ceremony was first introduced by Dr. Arnold P. Gold in 1993. Dr. Arnold Gold was a professor of clinical neurology and clinical pediatrics at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. Year after year, he watched his medical students recited the Hippocratic Oath on graduation day. And he would turn to his wife and co-founder, Sandra Gold, and shake his head and say, "It's too late. They are already the physicians they will be." The Gold Foundation instituted a white coat ceremony to emphasize humanism in medicine at the very start of medical education, which would reflect and reinforce the deep belief in caring for fellow human beings. Today, this ceremony represents an honor bestowed on those who dedicate themselves to serving in a healthcare profession such as pharmacy. It represents the virtues that underlie a pharmacist's work, including compassion, responsibility, duty, honor, and respect. The white coat is a symbol of trust placed upon you by your future patients. Today's ceremony and the white coat on your back marks your transition from regular citizen to healthcare professional. It's been a while since I last sat in the seat you are today, but I remember that excitement and anxiety like it was yesterday. I recall my sense of enthusiasm and honor that I felt during the ceremony. I remember feeling pride of the friends and family standing behind me. And above all, I remember thinking, this is where and when my journey as a pharmacist begins. And what a time it is to enter pharmacy. Lots going on in the world right now, COVID, political, social, virtual or otherwise. It strikes me that the true message of the white coat ceremony becomes even more compelling and necessary. This moment in healthcare will be hard to match, and you get to start your training in the midst when patients need compassion the most. Healthcare professionals are being relied on more so than ever before. Your memories of the devastation caused by this pandemic will forever help you throughout your practice to understand just how fragile we all are, to put our patients' needs first in everything you do, and to always look for ways to improve patient care and safety. We will get through this pandemic, but we must always be aware, be prepared for the next health crisis because it will come, and pharmacists, like all other healthcare professionals, have a duty to care. Remember this important moment when the anxiety of starting is coupled with the weight of the challenge. Take responsibility for your education and embrace the opportunity to make a positive impact on the pharmacy profession. Which is one thing, don't forget to enjoy the ride. The best is yet to come. And pharmacy does open doors. You can become a researcher leading your patients and colleagues to the best advances in healthcare, a community or hospital pharmacist who provides leading edge care to patients, or an administrator that develops policy on a national or provincial level. I commend you for continuing your education and for not letting this pandemic stop you from becoming a pharmacist. Remember how you got here. Remember the obstacles and challenges you've overcome to make it here. Remember those individuals who rooted for you and supported you. And for those are the things that will motivate and encourage you over the next several years. As a proud member of pharmacy and on behalf of the Council of the College of Pharmacists of Manitoba, I welcome you to the start of a fulfilling lifelong journey where each and every day you'll know you've made a difference in improving someone's life. Welcome, class of 2024.
Thank you, Wendy, for those wonderful words of inspiration to our students. We're clapping for you here. Thank you again. All students in the class of 2024 are to be congratulated for being selected to enter into the pharmacy program this year. That in itself is a significant achievement, and congratulations to the entire class. At this time, I would also like to acknowledge outstanding students who have been recognized for their academic excellence and significant contribution to extracurricular activities. We'll now start with our admissions awards. The William G. Emer and College of Pharmacists of Manitoba Undergraduate Scholarship. This scholarship was established in 2008 by Mr. Emer and the College of Pharmacists of Manitoba towards students who have achieved high academic standards and have also demonstrated social responsibility and personal initiatives through participation in student government and other student or community service. Mr. Emer has been a long-standing strong supporter of the College of Pharmacy and the College of Pharmacists of Manitoba. He was an executive director of the former Manitoba Society of Pharmacists and is an honorary member of the CPHM. This year, we have 2 incoming year 1 students who are winners of this award. Congratulations to Kirli Abbott and to Maximilian Fidel. Congratulations to both of you. The next award is a Margaret Hume Scholarship in Pharmacy. This award recognizes a student with a high GPA, participation in extracurricular activities, and one who demonstrates leadership potential. The recipient of this award is Danielle Larocque. Congratulations, Danielle. The Merck Entrance Scholarship for Indigenous Students in Pharmacy. This is an award established recently at the College of Pharmacy, and we're proud to say that this year's award winner is Melanie Poirier. Congratulations, Melanie. The Ronald F. Goose Scholarship for Excellence in Pharmacy. This award has been established by Friends of Ron Goose and the College of Pharmacy. This award is given to a student enrolled in year 1 of the PharmD program who has achieved a minimum aggregate GPA of 3.75 and has demonstrated record of leadership and or community service in the broader community or university. And this year's award recipient is Eunice Valencia. Congratulations to all of our admission student award winners. As is our pharmacy tradition, we would normally ask several pharmacists to participate in the draping of students with a white coat and to pass the professional torch to the new generation of future pharmacists. This year, of course, is very different, and we will be asking our students to please don on your white coat on your own. And of course, if you have someone with you at home, they're also happy to assist you. That's great as well. This is an important moment for each of our students, and we would like to highlight each student donning on their coat. At this time, I'm going to call upon the College of Pharmacy's Junior Caustic, Ms. Mariana Pozderka, to introduce the students of the class of 2024. And I will say to our students, as Mariana calls your name, please don on your white coat, and please note that you will also be highlighted on our screen. And with that, Mariana, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Dean Raman-Wilms. It's my pleasure to introduce the class of 2024. Without further ado, Kirli Abbott. Wyatt Ballone. Liam Best. Brendan Chen. Sandra Choi. Brianne Desrochers. Simranpreet Dhaliwal. Maximilian Fidel. Randy Frost Hunt. Bryce Hurd. Rachel Hersack. Stefan Jacobson. Karanjini Sasha Katwaru. May Kiyomanivong. Yosef Kidwai. Tahoon Kim. Dmitro Koval. Danielle Larocque. Miles Lay. Bradley Ledrew. Joyce Leung. Mark Livingston. Julia Lee. Celine Mansour. Alyssa Marino. Kelly McCarthy. Stacy Mikolienko. Cameron Miller. Victoria Mogorian. Linnea Nelson. Liam Wynn. Edwin Wing. Marvelous Oyeyode. Ralph Paguyo. Melanie Poirier. Samreen Sajjad. Jillian Santos. Kyle Scriver. Gaganjot Singh. Eunice Valencia. Julia Weeb. Madison Wong. Tyson Wong. Ariana Yorsky. Frankie Zuniga.
Thank you, Mariana, for doing that. That was great. And I would now like to call upon Dr. Jameson Falk, a professor at the College of Pharmacy, to lead in the reading of the Pledge of Professionalism by the class of 2024.
Thank you, Dean Raman Wilms. It's my pleasure to be able to read through the Pledge of Professionalism with you. So if you will recite after me as well as possible. At this time, I pledge to develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the pharmacy profession.
The students can unmute their mics if you'd like.
Let's start that again. At this time, I pledge to develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the pharmacy profession.
At this time, I
pledge to develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the pharmacy profession.
I will accept responsibility.
I will accept responsibility and accountability for membership in the pharmacy profession.
I will
accept responsibility and accountability for the pharmacy profession.
Pharmacy profession.
I will pursue all academic and professional endeavors with integrity. I will foster professional competency through lifelong learning.
I will pursue all academic and professional endeavors with integrity,
and foster competency throughout lifelong learning.
I dedicate my life and practice to excellence. I accept the responsibility for providing pharmaceutical care to patients.
I dedicate my life and practice to excellence.
I accept the responsibility
for providing pharmaceutical patients.
I commit to abiding by the oath of the pharmacist and the Pledge of Professionalism as I advance toward full membership of the profession.
I commit
to abiding by the oath
by
of the pharmacist and the Pledge of
Professionalism as I advance
membership.
full membership of the profession.
I voluntarily make this pledge of professionalism.
I voluntarily make this
Pledge of
professionalism.
Beautiful cacophony of voices. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Falk. The College of Pharmacy is a small and close family, and both faculty and students work together every day, side by side, although virtually under the current circumstances. And as the incoming class, your active participation and contribution to the pharmacy student body is critical and essential. I will now call upon Pharmacy Senior Stick, Ms. Nimar Bali, to share her welcoming remarks on behalf of the Pharmacy Students Association.
Hi, everyone. So good afternoon. Welcome, friends, family, colleagues, and distinguished guests to our first ever virtual white coat ceremony. To begin, this year has been one of the largest hurdles each one of us has had to climb, and I'd like to congratulate you all on your accomplishments and perseverance so far. You have officially completed your first semester in pharmacy school, and as you transition further into the program, I wish you nothing but success along the way. As you continue your journey throughout the program, you'll be facing many hardships and challenges throughout the next 4 years. From countless hours spent studying, or cramming a few minutes before the exam, to completing your first ever OSCEs and TOSCEs. Don't worry, I didn't know what that was either until someone explained it to me. To attending your first ever professional developmental week or tackling some of your very first skills labs, you will be challenged. Don't worry, you're not alone. I want you all to feel welcomed and comfortable as you continue throughout the program. Your professors and fellow classmates are here to support you and ensure your time spent will be some of the best few years of your life. Please don't hesitate to reach out to your peers, upperclassmates, professors, and alumni for any support that you may need as you venture through. Most of you have spent some time this semester getting to know one another, and I encourage you to continue building that friendship and bond. Needless to say, the bonds you will form will be some of the most wonderful friendships you will come across in your life. Nothing bonds two people more than sharing communal stress. At the end of the day, your classmates will be the ones who you will heavily rely on to make it through the next couple of years. And I really hope that you try to make the most of it. Let me tell you, time flies. I still remember being in your position approximately 4 years ago and receiving my acceptance letter into the program and thinking to myself, wow, all this hard work is finally starting to pay off. I would like to encourage you all to work hard, take chances, and continue pursuing the very reason you may have decided to join this program. For myself, it was to chase a feeling of fulfillment as though I was making a difference in the lives of the patients I was caring for. The patients you will meet will inspire you and remind you each day of the type of pharmacist you hope to become. It's important to reflect on this as you decide which path to take after school. With that, I'd like to leave you all with a few words of advice. Remember to try to make the most of each situation, whether that be good or bad, and try to learn from it. Life's too short not to take any chances. Thank you very much, and congratulations, class of 2024. Welcome to our family.
Thank you, Snimar, for those wonderful words. And it's wonderful for them to have leaders like Mariana and yourself. Thank you for doing that. As pharmacy students and future pharmacists, you'll play a critical role in shaping the pharmacy profession and serving the patients and the public. I encourage you all to be actively involved as students in professional affairs and make positive and constructive contributions to the profession in as many ways as you can. At this time, we'll present a special award, the 2020 Alumni of Distinction Award. This award recognizes a graduate of the College of Pharmacy who demonstrates high standards of professionalism to which others aspire to, as well as outstanding achievements and leadership within their profession. It's my pleasure to announce that Mr. Ronald F. Goose is a recipient of this special award. I'd like to share a few words about Mr. Goose and speak to the important leadership role he continues to play within the pharmacy profession. And following that, you will have a chance to hear from Mr. Goose. Mr. Ronald F. Goose received his Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy in 1979 from the University of Manitoba. He was born in Yorkton, Saskatchewan, and was raised in Winnipeg's North End. After graduation, he worked in clinical community pharmacy in Thunder Bay, Ontario for 3 years, where he worked closely with physicians and patients, taking an active role in the healthcare of patients. He then returned to Winnipeg and the inner city as pharmacist manager of the Mount Carmel Clinic Pharmacy in Point Douglas. After working in clinic pharmacy settings for 5 years, his career as a leader and policymaker began in 1984, and he took on the role of the Deputy Registrar of the Manitoba Pharmaceutical Association, which is now called the College of Pharmacists of Manitoba, and was later appointed as Registrar in 1999. He remained in this role until his retirement in 2016. Mr. Goose's lifelong values and philosophy has always been that the patient comes first. This is exemplified in many of his career accomplishments. Mr. Goose is an internationally recognized leader in pharmacy regulatory affairs and the advancement of the profession, keeping patients at the forefront of all decisions. In 1990, Mr. Goose was instrumental in creating the Multiple Prescription Program in Manitoba. This program has been instrumental in monitoring the prescribing, dispensing, and patient use of narcotic medications in our province. In 2003, Mr. Goose guided the Manitoba Pharmaceutical Association to become the first regulatory authority in Canada to require additional practice standards for international mail-order pharmacies. In all of these initiatives, Mr. Goose's belief in the patient comes first ethos has guided his important work. Also under Mr. Goose's leadership, Bill 41 was passed as a pharmaceutical act in the provincial legislature. The act culminated several years of hard work, enhancing the pharmacist's patient care role and the regulatory authority to ensure safe, legal, and ethical practice. Mr. Goose has been recognized on many levels for his professional accomplishments over the decades. I'll mention some of these. In 2007, he was recognized by the Canadian Pharmacists Association as one of the top 100 pharmacists to make significant contributions in leading and building of the pharmacy profession in Canada over the last 100 years. In 2004, the MPHA, under his leadership, was awarded the National American Association of Boards of Pharmacies Fred T. Mahaffey Award for outstanding efforts to protect public health and welfare. In 2005, he received an honorary Doctor of Pharmacy designation from the Oklahoma State Board of Pharmacy. Ronald F. Goose is recognized by many more accomplishments, and currently, even after his retirement, he continues his work on provincial and national patient safety boards, being instrumental in changing patient safety objectives throughout the country. As you can see, Mr. Ronald F. Goose is very deserving of this distinction, and as a College of Pharmacy's 2020 Alumni of Distinction Award winner, I welcome Mr. Goose to share his message with our incoming students.
Thank you, and I'm just going to do a sound check to make sure that I can be heard. Beautiful, thank you very much. College Dean Ramon Williams, faculty, Health Science Dean Brian Postal, faculty members of the College of Pharmacy, and especially I would notice Dr. Frank Burchinsky, and he knows why, honored guests, fellow award winners, and white coat recipients. Thank you so much for the honor of receiving this award. It's very humbling for me and that I should receive this award, and I look to the list of previous winners, and they are all very much accomplished, recognized for their education, scholarly attributes, and achievements. I do consider myself very fortunate to be considered and bestowed this award. And just a quick shout out to my 1979 fellow graduates. And the Dean said it very well, that friendships do last a lifetime, and we've created lifetime friendships since 1979 and going through the Faculty of Pharmacy, in those days it was called, together. And also recognize all the colleagues, family, and friends to say thank you for all the kind words and congratulations. Most importantly, I will thank my wife, Naomi, for her love and support, especially during the tough times of my career. I will say the chosen path for my pharmacy career after graduating from the University of Manitoba was a bit unusual, that being moving totally to the realm of pharmacy regulatory oversight and public protection. The opportunity to work with the provincial licensing body, the College of Pharmacists, or the Manitoba Pharmaceutical Association, it was called in those days, allowed me to use my position to work provincially, nationally, and internationally to raise the scope and the quality of patient-focused pharmacy practice. I will also say it was tough for me to leave direct patient care practice, but I felt there was a greater opportunity for me with the college to have an overall impact on quality practice and patient care. And although this might seem to be an award going to one person, this one person knows that any accomplishments attributed to my work has had a cast of thousands that made it possible. Certainly, I would note the support and mentorship I received at my first practice site after graduation, and the encouragement of the registrar when I first started with the college, Mr. Stuart Wilcox. And then after becoming registrar, the valuable support of college staff, councils, and presidents, and the opportunity to learn and share with fellow healthcare registrars in my career across the country. Ultimately, any accomplishment would not be noteworthy without the frontline pharmacists providing the direct patient care to implement a wider scope, enhanced standards of care, and patient-focused practice. So with these short words of appreciation and clarification and acknowledgements, I will close with an inappropriately understated thank you. Now, with your indulgence, I've been asked and would like to direct a few thoughts to today's white coat recipients. I spoke with these impressive individuals during their first day at the college at the end of August. We talked about professionalism and ethics, and we had a good time together, or at least we did from my perspective. Although they may not remember the definition of professionalism or the 4 core ethical values we discussed in my presentation without going to their notes, I'm hoping they will remember when I said, in your practice, as you become a licensed pharmacist and you're presented with professional and ethical decisions and dilemmas, engaging the patient and always doing what's best for the patient would bring out the right decision. You see, I've been told too often as new graduates come into practice after graduation and licensure, the current practice environments try to influence the graduates to do it the way it's always been done. And that might not be the best way, not the patient-centered way, or even the patient safety way. But a new practitioner can be a leader for change. Absolutely. As you come into the practice, you will have the opportunity to look at the practice site with keen and unencumbered eyes. The practice sites will already be doing great work, no question, but could it be better? Absolutely. Identifying the need for change and accomplishing that change comes down to leadership skills. You will need to be professional, ethical, and strategic in order to make a change. Everyone can be a leader, and leadership does not always mean you're the person out front pounding the podium. There's a concept of servant leadership where the leader actually may not appear to be a leader at all. The leader identifies key individuals and works together with them in order to accomplish the positive change. But please, 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 do not settle for what is acceptable, but strive for what is exceptional. You know, you put an old guy in front of a microphone, or in this case, a Zoom camera, and he's typically lots of stories to tell and has no appreciation of the time or when to stop. Well, I do have lots of stories to tell, but I do have an appreciation of time and know when to stop. I will close by paying a tribute to the frontline workers during this difficult time in the history of the world, and not just thanking the healthcare workers, but the teachers and educators, law enforcement officials, and even the guy that serviced my furnace the other day. Every one of them has helped us stay safe. There are many champions out there, and not all the vocations are always mentioned. However, I specifically highlight the courage, commitment, and care being provided by pharmacists, the unsung heroes, during this time of needed heroism for patient care and patient safety. Finally, all the best to you white coatees in learning that lies ahead of you, the career that soon will be a reality, and the many opportunities you have to make a difference in the lives of your patients. Thank you, Dean Ramon Willems, for this opportunity to address the Assembly, and once again, the recognition of receiving this very prestigious award. Merci beaucoup, miigwech.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for the inspirational words to our students, and congratulations again. And I hope we have lots of opportunities to get together to hear more of the stories you want to share. Thank you. And to the class of 2024, once again, a very warm welcome in joining the College of Pharmacy family. And we very much look forward to having you part of your journey, being part of your journey at the college and at the University of Manitoba as you work with us over the next few years. So a big congratulations to all of you. At this time, I also want to thank the team of faculty and staff volunteers for the invaluable assistance in organizing and coordinating today's virtual event. Many individuals contributed to organizing and running this event. Specifically, I'd like to thank Nicole Riches, David Bowe, Melanie Fries, Cheryl Lee, and others in the Dean's office for their assistance. This brings us toward the end of the special event. And normally we would get a photograph of all of our students standing together in their white coats. We would still like to do this. So if you can please, if you still have your coat on, that's great. What I would say is David is actually going to take some screenshots of all of you with your white coats on, and we'll see how we can make this available for you. And so David, let me know when you are doing that. Give them maybe some time, and then I'll provide my last comments then. Thank you.
So I do have 3 pages to go through. So I ask that everyone be patient while I'm scrolling through this. So I will begin taking the screenshot. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, David. And I have to let our students know too, students and your families as well and friends. When we get to the college physically, as you know, we do have a little plaque with some pictures of the white coat. So I'm sure this year's going to look very different. We will make sure we do have a little plaque commemorating this special event for all of you. So this brings us to the end of the special ceremony. And I do want to say congratulations again to all of our year one students. We're so proud to have you on board. And we very much look forward to working closely with you over the next few years. And to thank again to everybody, thank you for attending this special event. Please be well and be safe and enjoy your evening. Bye.